Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Breaking: Trump puts White House leakers on notice. We will find out who they are. President Trump put White House leakers on notice Monday afternoon. "We will find out who they are," said the president after referring to leakers as traitors and cowards. A recent leak from the White House about a Trump staffer's disparaging remarks about John McCain set media ablaze. Leaks from #NeverTrumpers and Obama holdovers have plagued his administration from day one. It's time to find out who these people are and hold them accountable. President Trump put the traitors and cowards on notice from his Twitter account Monday. Trump tweeted, "The so-called leaks coming out of the White House are a massive over-exaggeration put out by the fake news media in order to make us look as bad as possible. With that being said, leakers are traitors and cowards, and we will find out who they are. Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you." House leaders Devin Nunes and Trey Gowdy accuse deep state DOJ of anonymous media attacks on top GOP staffers. Senior House Republicans Representative Devin Nunes, RCA, and Representative Trey Gowdy, RSC, blasted the Department of Justice on Monday for their anonymous attacks on top House GOP staffers. The Sessions DOJ allegedly leaked the name of House GOP staffer Kash Patel for a hit piece in the New York Times this past weekend. Fox News reported. Two senior House Republicans are accusing the Justice Department of being behind anonymous attacks in the press targeting a House Intelligence Committee GOP staffer who helped author the committee's well-publicized memo alleging surveillance abuse by the FBI and DOJ during the 2016 election. The same House staffer is also a driving force behind the latest Russia records standoff. "I would have a lot more respect for DOJ or House Committee Democrats if they would take out their frustrations on members of Congress, and leave staffers alone," South Carolina Representative Trey Gowdy, the Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, told Fox News on Monday. "The members make the final decision and are responsible for them, not staffers." Citing a former federal law enforcement official, the New York Times reported that Rosenstein, who oversees the Russia probe, felt misled by Nunes' staff over House Intelligence Committee investigator Kash Patel's travel to London last year. The House Intelligence Committee says the staffer was already in London on committee business. The story that Kash flew to London to meet with Christopher Steele is false, no matter how many times it's reported, House Intelligence Committee Staff Director Damon Nelson said. Nelson said he asked Patel and another staffer to try to make contact with Steele's lawyer as part of an effort to obtain an address to send Steele an invitation to testify to the committee. Anonymous DOJ officials who imply to reporters that Kash has ever been dishonest about this are spreading an outright falsehood, Nelson said. "If the anonymous DOJ officials want the truth, they can talk to me." Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. DOJ investigation of Huma Abedin will reveal extent of Obama, Clinton treasonous sellout to Muslim Brotherhood. Now that the Trump Justice Department has been largely cleansed of the treasonous Obama careerists, the president is going to turn his attention to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and the lead swamp rat's obstruction of 300 nominations that he is deliberately blocking from confirmation votes in the Senate. Among these are more than 100 judicial nominations to the federal bench. With legitimate America First investigators finally in place, they will need America First judges to hear the cases that are currently pending against the Clinton-Obama treasonous cabal. We have already witnessed how Clinton-Bush-Obama apostate judicial appointees ignored the Constitution to subvert President Trump's immigration authority. This has to be corrected before the 25,000, so far, sealed federal indictments that are rumored to have already been handed down can be opened with any confidence of reasoned and fair adjudication. This must include a long overdue examination of Huma Abedin, Hillary Clinton's constant companion and closest confidant. Abedin's roots as an advocate for the Muslim Brotherhood, a terrorist organization, should have disqualified her for any job in the American political system. Instead, she became Hillary Clinton's closest friend, travel partner and top advisor. Hillary's affinity for terrorists began during her husband's first term as president and lies in the ability to monetize her relationship with them. And, as an operative for the richest terrorists in that region, the Muslim Brotherhood, Huma Abedin held the keys to all of that Middle Eastern wealth. Between the efforts of Clinton and Obama, Muslim extremists with a deep-seated hatred of the West, and Israel and the United States in particular, were virtually welcome to infiltrate our government. For his part, current special counsel and former FBI Director Robert Mueller purged the FBI Field Agent's Handbook of all references to radical Islam in the immediate aftermath of 9/11. Now, as special counsel, Mueller is desperately trying to suppress the awakening that Donald Trump has spawned. There was also Mueller's persecution of Michael Flynn, the Hit Clinton and Obama protective, and furthered the radical Muslim cleric Fethullah Gulen and his nationwide, multi-billion-dollar charter schools that really served as Islamic indoctrination centers. Abedin has been as responsible as anyone for the radicalization of the Democratic Party and the Muslim Brotherhood's successful placement into key government positions. An example were the Aoun brothers, who were never granted security clearances to handle classified information but were nevertheless given access by Democrat members of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Much of the infiltration of our government has been successful only because of the selection of compromised candidates whose votes could be controlled. Prior to the 2016 election, the NYPD seized Abedin's sexual pervert husband's laptop, to which she downloaded every Clinton communication. Clearly, that was to serve as her personal insurance policy and to continue her control over Hillary Clinton and every one of her compromised associates. It's time to Abedin her under oath and demand that she finally explain the contents of her husband's laptop that people with knowledge of the evidence on it have said. There is all kinds of criminal culpability through all the emails they've seen of that 650,000, including money laundering, underage sex, pay for play, and, of course, plenty of proof of inappropriate handling, sending, receiving of classified information, up to SAP-level special access programs. It's time to understand the extent to which the cabal has sold us out. Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Barack Obama scrambling after Sean Hannity leaks disturbing video of Obama's real religion. Ever since Barack Hussein Obama first took office, he has faced accusations that he is a Muslim secretly posing as a Christian just to get to the White House. While he has always denied being a Muslim, a disturbing new video released by Fox News host Sean Hannity suggests that he is indeed a follower of Islam. USA News Flash reported that the 4-minute video above shows Obama repeatedly praise Islam, calling it the religion of peace. We will convey our deep appreciation for the Islamic faith, which has done so much over the centuries to shape the world, Obama is shown saying, adding Islam has always been a part of America's story. Since our founding, Muslim Americans have enriched the United States, Obama argued. Share this story if you think Obama is a Muslim. Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Report, here's the real reason Democrats are terrified of Gina Haspel. She holds the key to blowing their biggest treason sky high. Where was the epicenter of the FBI-CIA MI6 conspiracy to construct the case for collusion between Donald Trump and Russia? If you answered London, you win a prize. And, guess where the CIA and FBI, together, established a threat center to work with the British intel service MI6? Bing, bing, bing. London again. London became the location where the Obama administration launched their defamation, collusion strategy to railroad Donald Trump into a phony Russian collusion narrative. Stefan Halper was ostensibly a university professor, but he simultaneously held US and UK citizenship and was on the payroll of both the CIA and the MI6. Halper was paid in excess of $400,000 for his work and just 10 months for his work for the CIA in 2016 and 2017. Buying someone's silence is expensive. The timing coincides exactly with Halper's brushes with George Papadopoulos, which, according to the state mouthpiece, New York Times, was the proximate reason for launching a counterintelligence operation against the presidential candidate of a major political party. Keep in mind Donald Trump had business dealings all across the globe, so it is highly unlikely the CIA, and other alphabet soup agencies hadn't already, years ago, investigated his integrity. Regardless, as the criminal syndicate that masqueraded as the Obama administration and the boss designate Hillary Clinton prepared the transfer of power, necessary to keep their corruption hidden, the effort was made to sully Trump and disqualify him for the presidency. Or, if that failed, invalidate his election altogether. So what does all of this have to do with Gina Haspel? Jack Posobiec nailed it yesterday. Gina Haspel knows everything. Democrats were desperate to block her nomination lest virtually every member of their party run the risk of exposure in this entire sordid affair. This was especially apparent yesterday when the radical left found itself defending violent illegal MS-13 members, a day after defending the armed Hamas terrorists trying to storm Israel's borders, while at the same time actively tearing down Gina Haspel for treating the 9/11 terrorists too harshly. You can't make this up. But, this is what they have been reduced to. Leadership, of course, doesn't believe this bullshit, but they are left without any legitimate defense for rejecting such a highly qualified candidate. Unfortunately, their brainwashed followers continue believing their pap. Dear Patriots, please subscribe to our patriotic channel. Like and share this video so your friends can see it. Thank you. Drater Brennan in hot water. Two top officials contradict ex-CIA director's sworn denial of reliance on dossier. John Brennan is in hot water. Two of Brennan's colleagues are now contradicting the former CIA director's sworn denial the phony dossier played a role in the IC assessment on Russian interference of the 2016 election. John Brennan claimed in May 2017 testimony Hillary's phony dossier didn't factor into the intelligence community's assessment report on Russian interference of the 2016 presidential election. Brennan then went on to repeatedly insist these claims to the public in various interviews with the media. Two top officials are now contradicting Brennan's testimony. From Paul Sperry via Real Clear Investigations. Former CIA Director John Brennan's insistence that the salacious and unverified Steele dossier was not part of the official intelligence community assessment on Russian interference in the 2016 election is being contradicted by two top former officials. Recently retired National Security Agency Director Michael Rogers stated in a classified letter to Congress that the Clinton campaign-funded memos did factor into the ICA. And James Clapper, Director of National Intelligence under President Obama, conceded in a recent CNN interview that the assessment was based on some of the substantive content of the dossier. Without elaborating, he maintained that we were able to corroborate certain allegations. In a March 5, 2018, letter to House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, Admiral Rogers informed the committee that a two-page summary of the dossier, described as the Christopher Steele information, was added as an appendix to the ICA draft, and that consideration of that appendix was part of the overall ICA review, approval process. It's important to note that former DNI Chief James Clapper limited the IC report for review to only 3 agencies rather than send the report out to all 17 agencies for review. This way he was able to control what was put into the report. In fact, Clapper left out the relevant agencies with expertise on Russia such as the DHS and the State Department's Intelligence Bureau. Paul Sperry also spoke with Fred Flitz, who worked as a CIA analyst for 19 years, who said certain players were chosen from select agencies as well, including Peter Strzok. Flitz suggests that the Obama administration limited the number of players involved in the analysis to skew the results. He believes the process was manipulated to reach a predetermined political conclusion that the incoming Republican president was compromised by the Russians. I've never viewed the ICA as credible, the CIA veteran added. A source close to the House investigation said Brennan himself selected the CIA and FBI analysts who worked on the ICA, and that they included former FBI counterespionage chief Peter Strzok. Strzok was the intermediary between Brennan and former FBI Director James Comey, and he was one of the authors of the EGA, according to the source. Both Brennan and Clapper are stuck in perjury traps. The EGA report and the phony dossier are one big echo chamber. The core of the EGA report matches the central findings in Hillary's phony dossier. For Brennan to claim the dossier wasn't used for their findings is absurd, it's a blatant lie. Brennan even put parts of the dossier into Obama's daily briefing according to Sperry's report. Brennan put some of the dossier material into the PDB, Presidential Daily Briefing, for Obama and described it as coming from a credible source, which is how they viewed Steele, said the source familiar with the House investigation. But they never corroborated his sources. The much-anticipated House Intel Russia report revealed former DNI chief, James Clapper leaked the dossier briefing to CNN's Jake Tapper. On January 10, 2017, CNN reported then-President-elect Trump had been briefed on January 6 about the salacious yet unverified dossier, compiled by Steele. This story was precisely the news hook BuzzFeed needed to usher in the dossier, which they published in full later on. The Russian collusion story was now in full swing thanks to the Clapper-Tapper leak. Everyone relied on Hillary's phony dossier, and Brennan and Clapper lied about it under oath.